we're just in the beginning of, most of our tropical systems, at least here locally. We kind of get the season to start off a little bit active in the Gulf and the Caribbean, and then the Atlantic gets busy, the tropical Atlantic, and then we see the Gulf start to get busier again in September, October, November. That's usually when we get most of our storms. Right now, things are nice and quiet in the tropics. That's some good news, but quiet means that it's time to go over any plans that you have for the tropical storm season. Get your kit together, get those hurricane snacks, maybe your go bag, whatever you have. Make sure you have a place for your pet to go. All right, let's get into local weather right now. We're sitting in the upper 80s in places that recently had rain nearby. Sebring's temperature gauges down at this time, so I apologize for that. Winter Haven's at 81, Frostproof 89. But look at all these 90-degree temperatures. A little bit of relief closer to the coast. We have some winds that are generally coming in from the west. That hasn't changed. Gulf temperatures at 87, so you can imagine our source of that sauna-like air, the wind blowing right over the Gulf. That's the way that has been for more than a week now. So if you feel like it's deja vu, we're basically stuck in the same pattern. Nothing really to shake it up. We have some lower 90s. That would be a typical daytime high temperature for Tampa, 91. So it's really not that far off from average. But when you factor in the humidity, that's when it becomes a problem. And we don't use the feels like temperature all the time because it's not always this humid. We have some hotter days, but when the humidity is this high, that's when it adds a different level to it. That's when your body can't cool down as effectively. Looking at the humidity trend the next couple of days here, the dew points will remain elevated. These are dew points in the morning, by the way. So right now is a good example. Our dew point's at 72, which isn't that far off from 74. That's forecast for tomorrow. But the higher dew points in the morning and at night, really just not getting any relief as far as the dew points go. That means that we could see some heat advisories come up, plus lower rain chances going into tomorrow and Tuesday. The coastal area is already hurting for rain as is. As we look at the temperature versus the heat index, this is for Tampa for the remainder of tonight. And I like showing this because even as the sun goes down, this just shows you how humidity is such a big player in those feels like temperatures. No sunshine. This is the overnight hours, 10 o'clock, midnight, overnight tomorrow, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., still feeling about 10 degrees, 5 to 10 degrees warmer just on the humidity alone. So it's going to be a very uncomfortable summer-like night, appropriate because it is the first day of summer, the summer solstice. Us meteorologists, we start summer at the beginning of the month because we go off of climate data and when we typically see our hotter temperatures. But heat risk, let's talk about it. Major risk to extreme as the week goes on. And that's, again, because we're looking at lower rain chances. The rain that we had for today, basically across those 4 counties that have seen the rain the last few days, all that rain is moving off to the east. Some powerful storms out there from Palm Bay down to Fort Pierce. We don't have to worry about those. Moving into Futurecast by 11 o'clock tonight, we're quiet, couple clouds. Into tomorrow morning for your drive to work. Monday morning looking great, nice and dry. Tomorrow around lunchtime, if we saw any rain by the coast, it would be tomorrow around lunchtime. And that's it. That's our only opportunity because the rest of it starts to push over and you know how it goes. Late afternoon, evening hours, it's across those 4 counties generally again. And even that, rain chances looking lower than what they were for today. So for the rest of the week, the pattern stretches on, 90-degree temperatures, a little bit hotter, a little bit steamier. Could have some heat advisories back in the forecast.